Football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded about a yard deep. Ooh, the juke. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go. 180!
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, a run with Breida. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. Jackson now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Check, ready. Check. Watch 54. Let's go. Check 31.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 49ers 25-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Man, I got you. Play. Mike spot 4.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his pass incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, you got deep?
From the gun, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. Ready? Come on now. Get hot.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, banjo. Right there, 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike,
here's Jackson.
55.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's our time. It's our time. Right there.
Here's Jackson to throw. He uncorks it for Snead. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here it comes. Trump. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. 2nd year with the Ravens for Hurst. He didn't have the rookie season he was hoping for, just 13 catches. Remember, he's older than the average 2nd-year player. He spent 2 seasons as a pitcher in minor league baseball before hanging up the glove and heading to the gridiron Now he says he's more determined than ever. Put on 20 pounds of muscle in the offseason. Says he's on a mission with a lot to prove this year. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson options out left. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, when this play was called, I don't believe the offense saw it going quite the way that it did. Read option to the left, and the defense was more than prepared and blew it up in a big way on that play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Jackson, option right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here we go. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action. Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
13.
From the 22, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Jackson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Watch the curve, watch the curve.
From the gun, Jackson flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 36 yards.
Baltimore, first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Incomplete. Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, pick your game up.
Jackson will throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
That's a pick.
Intercepted by the 49ers. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
When you kick off, and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And that makes it 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's the former Raven fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Gould is able to put it through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Jackson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
36-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And a solid run down inside the 30.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go. 54. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. 56.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson throwing again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Strip that ball.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, watch that.
Jackson now throwing on 3rd and long. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
12.
To throw is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Go ahead.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now in Baltimore. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Now Brown. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st down, Ingram. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Finds Roberts left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the quick slant gets exactly 10. And by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Let's go now. Come on, not a wolf. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Crunch time, defense. 81.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Ingram. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, yes.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson steps away. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game, and say, jump into their number 2?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Rolling to his right. That is caught inside the 5. 23 yards on the play.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Intended for Dante Pettis. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.